It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Caleb going to throw right away. Now pass complete to Moore. There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 76 yards. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One play in the end zone on a long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I remember getting to the sideline, and my coach said, so what did the scouting report with circling him, putting a star by him? Did you not get that he was a good player? And that's the question I would have for them now. You know, as you said, he's a go-to guy. How is he not covered? Now, I should say, covered well.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
19-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
No touch, touch. Up. Hey, let's go. Trimmer. No touch.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's second and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way down to the 26. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Now Hurts looking to change the play. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet.
Williams going to throw for it.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So that
touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, 52 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either. But, boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense. Guys dropping off into coverage. Their eyes are hurting somewhere else. And guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw is Williams. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. They'll go. Here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Down the right sideline. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
First down.
Hey, 73, 73.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
No touch.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. Second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score.
63,
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
No touch.
That's caught. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, Bears.
Now a guy who went to prep school right here in Philly, DeAndre Swift. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
First down. A gain of 22 yards. And a Bears.
To throw, it's Williams. To the left side, he's got his tight end, Loveland. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Colston Loveland, 32 yards. And the Bears are once again back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5.
Eagles, 14.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
No touch.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 7.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First down, Chicago.
To throw, Williams. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Williams looking to do it himself. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Throwing is Williams. He'll try and do this himself. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On the move past the 40. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10.
63, 60. Don't touch that.
They're going to look to throw towards the end zone for Brown. Oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Hey, 73, 73.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. So give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Trimmer.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught inside the 5. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. Fourth down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal.
Great. Set.
Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
It's a gain of 10. And the Bears first down.
Here's Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Luther Burden in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Now the point after try for Santos. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Bears 26, Eagles 20. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here is starting with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. Like certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
A 6-yard loss.
63.
It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
A.J. Brown.
A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. To the air, Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Caleb Williams, a 16-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. Williams looking to do it himself. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
34. Eagles 20.
And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Gain of 8. That's good.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 23-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Williams. That's complete right side to Kmet. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game.
He's got room past the 30. Big strides, look at him go. He's to the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 98 yards. And the Eagles are back within a score. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call. Even more credit for how they executed it.
The Eagles will set up for the...
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. Williams. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try and escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now it's 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. So that, Charles, obviously just a game changer here this 4th quarter, and they're an extra point away from stealing the lead.
And stealing is the absolute right word for it, because that'll wake up your sideline, won't it, partner?
Well, there's still time remaining, but boy, I mean, you think about it, you go from an offense with a lead in the ball trying to salt things away to a completely different scenario now after the return for a score. And he will get into the end zone. So they knew what they were doing all along, right? Now the lead 2 here in this 4th quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I'd just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Here now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Williams looking to do it himself. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Swift is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Hey, Silver.
He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Smith. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
180, 180. Tiger Hornet.
Back to throw.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
He'll look to throw.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Here's 1st and 10.
63.
They'll look to throw.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Hey, easy. 63, back.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This pass hauled in by Dotson.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Trimmer. Kyle up, Yeti. Nine.
Hurts.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now.
Great, set.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13.